So that was another little selection of shots there. We had 3 shots there to show, and now we have some of the guys behind the making of And I and Door Salesman Dave. Do me a favour, guys. Go down the line, tell me who you are and what you did on the respective projects.
Hi, I'm Ross, and I'm an alcoholic. Is this the right one?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm Ross Henson, and Door Salesman Dave, director, writer, editor, Dave, colour grader, just everything basically, apart from the camera, sound crew, and some other help along the way. And that's me. Shut up, Ross. Carry on.
Hi, I'm Bradley, co-writer and director of And I.
I'm Miles Harvey, and I played 4 characters.
Yes.
But the main character is Louis, so that's what I did. I'm an actor, and yeah.
So I'm going to start with Bradley first. Obviously, we all know Bradley, so let's talk about And I, because I would love to know where this project came from, this story came from. Where did you get it?
Okay, good question. Julia is in the audience, which is Miles' part of that, yeah. We co-wrote a feature script. It's called Resolution City. And these are 2 characters from that script, so we thought it could be, it would move us forward, advance us as filmmakers, and also advance us to try and get someone on board regarding the feature. It's everyone's dream, isn't it? But yeah, that's as simple as that. It came from a feature.
Was it? I'm always curious when people make. You shot it all in black and white. So was that a conscious choice from the very beginning? Was that always going to be a thing?
It was. Obviously, it's not shot in black and white,
Well,
but yeah, it's because the whole point for me is it was about reflecting the starkness of the world he's in. These multiple personalities and these dominant characters, and his own Louis, the suppressed character, which is obviously at the end gives away who Louis is in regard to Becky. So yeah, I was a reflection of the starkness of this world he lives in.
And Miles,
Yes.
you're playing a character with 3, 4 personalities, probably infinite, I don't know, because Bradley's mind. But how do you approach a movie like that where you're playing multiple personalities?
With great difficulty. We had a lot of rehearsal, well not a lot of rehearsal time, but I think we had more rehearsal time than generally people do on movies and on shorts. So we actually had the opportunity of developing our characters and our relationships. But my approach, I mean obviously I did my research, and I went to films like Split, which weren't helpful at all because they were just there was one manifestation of a character at a time. But I found this YouTube video, or a series of videos, where it was American, and they talked to someone who suffers from DID. And what I really liked about it is you could see the characters fighting inside the individual to come to the surface. So I thought that was really, really interesting, and that's what I tried to bring into my performance, which hopefully I was successful at certain points. And also, yeah, there's a physicality, there's a vocal, there's an accent pattern. And I started with a really obvious thing, going deep south for the Judge, American, 12 Angry Men, and just through rehearsal, I just dropped that. And it was working with the 3 of us, wasn't it? That kind of like balanced that out. So that's my long-winded way of talking about my approach.
And Ross, you played one character, but what a character. Where did Dave come from?
Dave come from a real-life scenario, technically, developed from a animation character, I suppose. Do you want me to elaborate?
I would love you to.
Okay, so first of all, guys, I loved the film as well, and the ending. So I'm just talking to these guys.
Thank you, Ross.
It was really good in. I loved the twist, and the characters played really well. So I think your decision in keeping the same accent and stuff was really well played. Sorry,
Thank you.
I'll get back to it. Sorry, I just like to give praise where praise is due, and also the documentary as well. So well done, Ted. Can we give all them a round of applause as well? So basically, I was at home. We were working on a animation called Degree, created by Peter Lay, and we was the writing team, and we were doing post-production as well at the time. And there was a character inside that show that had a similarity to the type of vocal that was being done, a very enthusiastic character. And then as we were doing it, we had a knock on the door. And I was like, I'm not expecting anyone. We're kind of in a workflow. Let me check the cameras, because I've got cameras on my house. They don't work, but they deter people. So we looked on the camera, and there was a salesman, old school salesman with a clipboard, a name badge, everything. It was the whole package. So we did what any decent human would do and hid. So we hid, and it was cool, it was fine, they went away. What I wasn't expecting was when I was making a coffee, and my kitchen is on the front of the house, so it's the window to the front of the house like it is in the film, and again, he was there again. So I just ducked in the kitchen, left the coffee on the side, and whispered to my mate, "Mate, don't come in the kitchen, he's back." And that's literally how it went down. That's where the character's born. And then after that, we just had a mad kind of brainstorm for the story idea, and then the script was just me having fun and trying to think how far this character could really go.
So you're talking feature. We're going to get a feature of Dave.
The face alone is hard to do for a whole feature. But I'd give it a go if the opportunity was there. So you just have to warm up the page muscles.
I was going to say, can we get a little bit of Dave?
A little bit of Dave, I'll see if he's in. Dave? Hi! I'm Door Salesman Dave. Can I offer you a microphone? Result.
And Bradley, when can we expect to see a feature from you for your project? Are you working on that now? Are you going to get it going? Are you going to get it done?
Well, the script's finished, so we've got another short plan for the summer, which has nothing to do with that. But yeah, it's now moving on to, it's tough for independent movie makers to go from that short, independent, autonomous sort of film into feature territory. It's really tough, and you meet people here that have done it, and I have total respect for them. And it's not an easy thing to do, and it's not an easy thing to do with not much money. So that's a skill that I don't possess in much abundance. Yet. It will have to happen for a necessity. So yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, absolutely.
And Miles, I want to go down the line, because we are going to have to wrap up shortly, but I want to go down the line. What do we have coming up? What are we working on, and what's your next project?
Right. Well, I'm actually, I haven't acted for 17 years, okay? And I'm a school teacher. I'm the head of the drama at Greenswald Academy. And I haven't acted on film for 17 years. So this was a real challenge for me. I was absolutely terrified. And I had to go through the kind of process of learning lines all over again. So I'm working on a project called Abner.
Banish.
With Bradley.
Your character's Abner.
Yeah, I beg your pardon. This summer, and that is all I can tell you at this moment in time.
That's all we need. Bradley, obviously you...
Well, yeah, Banish is the one we're shooting in the summer. Can't give anything away about it, and hopefully it comes out pretty as good as this. I was so over the moon with this, you get...
Looks great on the
first time literally seeing it on the big screen, and I can't give it away, I got a bit emotional. It was a bit, it's amazing. 17 years as an actor, that's ridiculous. Absolutely fantastic, yeah.
And Ross?
For me, I'm doing a lengthy short. I say lengthy short because it's almost a feature, but not quite. In Cyprus in 2.5 weeks. Should be nice to get in the sun, although it is a night shoot, so I don't really know how much sun I'm actually going to get. And then after that, I've got a feature that's written and ready, and that's just literally doing the business side, looking for funding. And like you said, it's the bit that I too am learning as I'm going. And as most of you in here that are in this industry, it's the most taxing part of the industry that's on a creative soul, because it's not what you want to do. You don't want to beg for money, but you have to, in the kindest way, so they do it again on your next project. So I'm just at that start, so I'm excited to get that started and get that going. Yeah, that's the next two things, and live gigs till then.
So on that note, the donation buckets are outside the doors. And honestly guys, thank you so much for submitting the movies, thank you for letting us show the movies, and we hope to see you again in the future.
Thank you. Thank you.